there it is. Thank you, Chucky Lee.
Oh, Gregory.
Boy, you look fabulous.
Wow, you don't look so bad yourself. There, that's better.
Give me back my remote control. I'd rather eat it first. So you expect me to walk all the way over to the TV every time I want to switch channels? Yeah, give your thigh master a break.
Please. We have company.
You again?
Molly.
Nice to see you too, Molly.
Molly, can I talk to you for a minute, please?
Do you have any children?
What was that all about?
What? Look, all right, I might have been a little bit rude. I don't like her, Daddy.
Why not?
She's too tall. You've been seeing a lot of her lately. Why?
Because she's a very nice person, which you would know if you gave her half a chance. But whether you like her or not, I won't have you talking to any guest in our house in that tone of voice. Understand?
Sorry.
Well, don't tell me. Tell Jennifer.
You're gonna be out late?
I'll be home before midnight, as I always am.
Okay, have a good time. But not too good a time.
So, you ready?
Ready, let's go.
Do you have the number where we'll be?
Got it. You both look so nice.
Just like Glamour Barbie and Prom Night Ken.
Molly, don't you have something to say to Jennifer?
Yeah. Have them home by midnight. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. My algebra test is in 8 hours. Please stop snoring so I can get some sleep. Yeah, well, at least you stopped snoring. This is it. I am not spending another night in this room. Daddy? Daddy? What is going on up here? Mama, I've tried. I really have, but there's just no living with that girl. Now she's probably down there telling her father that I tried to drown her. I didn't. Exactly.
Dorothy Jane, if it makes you feel any better, Molly gets on everybody's nerves.
Did my father call and say that he was going to be late?
No, he didn't.
He's not in his room, and he said that he was going to be home by midnight. Something terrible must have happened.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions. I'm sure there's a good explanation.
Sure there is. My father's in love.
Listen, would it be so bad if your father was in love with Jennifer?
No one could take my mother's place.
Oh, that's right, sweetheart. Nobody can. And if your father ever does fall in love with someone else someday, that doesn't mean he'd ever stop loving your mother. Or you. But hey, I'm sure everything's fine and he'll be in any minute. So why don't you two go back to bed?
Could Dorothy Jane could go back to bed, I have to go back to cot. And I am not going anywhere until my daddy is home. Good, then I can go get some sleep and pass my algebra test in the morning. Oh, huge deal, one test. Frankly, if I were you, there'd be some other things that I'd be more concerned about. Such as? I would start with the hair. Oh, yeah? Well, at least my hair is a color that occurs in nature.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What is that supposed to mean? Which word are you having trouble understanding?
I said, whoa. Dorothy Jane, come sit by me.
But, Mama...
Sit. Now, no one is leaving this room till you girls declare a truce.
Mama, I have a test in the morning, and so far I've had 11 minutes of sleep.
You want to go back to sleep? Fine. We can settle this real fast. You go first, Dorothy Jane. I want you to say one nice thing about Molly.
Okay. She's not twins. And after winning the Nobel Prize for Literature, I returned home to Paris in my beloved 16th century chateau on the Seine, next door to my close personal friend, Gerard Depardieu, or as I like to call him, Jerry. I can't believe that you're making such a big deal about Paris. God, I hated it. You've been to Paris? There's tons of boring museums. Nobody understands one word you say, and you can't get a diet soda anywhere. Gee, who'd want to go to a beautiful romantic city if they didn't have Tab? Really? Mama, this is hopeless. The only nice thing I'll ever be able to say about her is that she flosses on a fairly regular basis. Now, can I please go back to sleep?
Molly, I'll bet Dorothy Jane would love to hear what your goals and aspirations are.
Yeah, boy. Look, I've never told anybody else this before. More than anything in the whole entire world, I want to be a weather girl.
Of course, if you don't soak the eggplant in the brine long enough, it doesn't really pickle. But when you make it just right, well, Dorothy Jane can attest to. She could if she were conscious.
I dream we were back in Pyramid Quarters and they were tearing up the interstate again. You know, Mama, when I look at her sleeping like that, so angelic, so innocent, it just makes me realize that all it would take is just one pillow over her face.
Dorothy Jane. You try and understand. Molly's going through a rough time right now. After she lost her mother, she was the only girl in her father's life. And then we showed up. Now Jennifer, that's a lot for a 15-year-old to handle on her own.
This reminds me of when we were back in Oklahoma and we used to wait up for Daddy to come home.
Yeah, only then we'd be staring at a calendar instead of a clock.
What's everybody doing up at this hour?
Daddy. I was so worried about you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, honey. We just had a little car trouble.
See, I told you.
Look, I stayed up late because I've got to ask you something. And I really need you to tell me the truth. Are you in love with Jennifer? Are you going to marry her?
Molly, I'll make a deal with you. I promise not to get married without telling you if you promise not to get married without telling me. Honey, look, I'm probably going to date lots of people you don't like. You already date lots of people I don't like. We're just going to have to learn to be a little more tolerant and trust each other more.
Does this mean that I could see Todd again?
Of course not. I'm sorry you were worried.
Look, Daddy, I know I don't tell you that much. But I really do love you.
I love you, too. Now go to bed.
I have no bed to go back to. Oh, please don't start that again.
Glad to see that they're getting along better. Well, good night, Mrs. Torkelstein.
Wait a minute. I just sat up half the night with your very worried daughter. I think something more than good night is in order here.
Well, not that I owe you any explanations, but I wasn't exactly having the time of my life out there.
We all have our off nights.
Look, we were late for the banquet. We couldn't find any place